Hello everyone. So in this lecture we'll see some more types of lattices. Okay. So guys, let us begin with some more types of lattices. Before that, let us see what is sublattice. So we can say that a non-empty subset capital S of a lattice L is called a sublattice. We can say that if S itself is a lattice, isn't it? So that is, we can say that A comma B belongs to S, then A and B first of all, and A or B must belongs to S, isn't it? Okay. So any element A comma B, yes, we can say that any pair of element A comma B, or let's say for every A comma B belongs to a subset S. A and B means greatest lower bound and least upper bound. Both must belongs to the same subset. That is the first condition. And second one is what we can say that the S must be a lattice itself. So we can say that let us consider one example. Let's say consider a lattice capital L given below. Yes, this is the given lattice. Here we can say that let's say this is A, B, C, D, E, F. So let us consider one sublattice. Let's say this E, B, D, C, E. Here we can say that this is the given lattice and this is the sublattice. Why? Because we can say that in the given lattice we can say that yes, A, B, C, D, E, F elements are there, and we pick one subset, and this subset is also a lattice. How? We can say that for every pair of element in this particular sublattice, for every pair of element we can say that yes, supremum and infimum exist. That's why we can say that this sublattice is also a lattice. So, and that is a subset of given lattice. So this is known as what? Sublattice, isn't it? Okay. Similarly, one note you can write down. Yes, let's say C or D, least upper bound of C and D in the given lattice is what we can say that E. Similarly, C or D that is in the sublattice is also E. That means we can say that the least upper bound and greatest lower bound of every, yes, we can say that subset of S must be same in both S and L, isn't it? Okay. So you can write down one note. The least upper bound and greatest lower bound for pair of elements must be same in both S and L. Or we can say that S to be a sublattice of L. For S to be a, we can say that sublattice of L. Isn't it? Okay, I hope this one is clear to everyone what is sublattice. Next is one technical term, that is dual, or what is the dual of a lattice? That is dual lattice. So the dual, we can say that the dual of a lattice, let's say this is the lattice, is what? That is greater than equal to. Meaning is what? We can say that that is dual is obtained by, simply we can say that, turning upside down. Meaning is what we can say that, let us consider one example. Let's say this is the given lattice A, B, C, D, E. Here we can say that, here A is less than equals to B is less than equals to D is less than equals to E, as well as A is less than equals to C is less than equals to D is less than equals to E. Now what will be the dual of this particular lattice? Just to simply we can say that, turn upside down. That's why we can say that greatest will become least and least will become greatest. Just roll it. Yes, just we can say that, yes, we can say that, just hold E and just move it down, isn't it? So we can say that now if we rotate this one, then A will be there. So we can say that this is A, this is B, this is C, and this is D, and this one will becomes E, isn't it? Now here sequence get changed. Here we can say that A is greater than equals to B is greater than equals to D is greater than equals to E. Similarly, A is greater than equals to C is greater than equals to D is greater than equals to. I hope this one is clear to everyone. Okay, so that is dual. Next one we can say that one more time, that is, or we can say that, what is semi-lattice? What is semi-lattice? So we can say that semi-lattice. So semi-lattices are of two types. First one we can say that meet semi-lattice. Meet semi-lattice. That is also known as MSL, isn't it? So meet stands for what? We can say that infimum, isn't it? Meet stands for infimum, join stands for, yes, join stands for supremum. So here we can say that a poset is called MSL if and only if for every A comma B belongs to P, yes, only infimum must exist, isn't it? So we can say that if only infimum exists, that is greatest lower bound, then that lattice is known as what? That semi-lattice is known as meet semi-lattice, isn't it? That is not a lattice, that is semi-lattice. Okay. So what are the, yes, we can say that some properties of MSL are also there. So let's say for every A comma B comma C belongs to P, first one is A and A is A only, and second one we can say that, that is A and B is equals to B and A, and third one will be the A and B and C will be equals to A and B, and we can say that C, isn't it? So that is, we can say that second one is commutativity, and third one we can say that, that is associativity, and first one is what? That is idempotent, isn't it? Okay, so here only GLB exists, so properties are also corresponding to GLB infimum, isn't it? Similarly, next one, that is second one is, that is join semi-lattice. Join semi-lattice, that is also known as JSL. Join means what? Least upper bound, isn't it? Least upper bound. So a poset we can say that is called JSL if and only if for every A comma B belongs to P, here only supremum of A comma B must exist, isn't it? Supremum means least upper bound. So here also some properties of JSLs are what? For every A comma B comma C belongs to P, first one is idempotent. A or A must be A only. A or B equals to B or A. These are the properties of JSL. Third one is A or B or C is equals to A or B or C. That is associative, isn't it? Okay. So these are some, we can say that semi-lattices, two types of semi-lattices, that is MSL and JSL. And final one, we can say that what is complete lattice. Okay. So in simply in lattice, we can say that a lattice is what? In which for we can say that a poset or a poset in which every pair of elements have greatest lower bound and least upper bound, means supremum as well as infimum. But with there in lattice for every pair, yes, supremum and infimum must exist. In case of complete lattice, we can say that for every subset, yes, GLB and we can say that LUB must exist. Means for every subset of element, greatest lower bound and least upper bound must be existing. Then only we can say that that is known as complete lattice. So write down a lattice L is called a complete lattice if we can say that every non-empty subset of L has its supremum as well as infimum and infimum, isn't it? So we can say that that is known as what? Complete lattice. So yes, I told you what is lattice, but one more we can say that definition of lattice is there. That is, we can say that that is for lattice only. Another definition of lattice. First definition was what? Yes, we can say that every pair of element has supremum as well as infimum, then that is known as lattice. But here some properties are there. If these properties are all are satisfied, then also we can say that that is a lattice. And if these properties are satisfied, then guaranteed for every pair of elements LUB and GLB must exist, isn't it? So we can say that a poset is said to form a lattice if the following identities holds. That is, for every A, B, C belongs to L. First one is closure. For every A, B belongs to L, A or B belongs to L, and A and B must belongs to L only. That means it is closure. Means supremum and infimum must belong to the same lattice only. Second one is idempotent. Idempotent means what? For every A belongs to L, A and A must be A, and A or A must be A. Or means what? Or means the least upper bound and means greatest lower bound. Third identity is what? Commutativity. That means we can say that for every A comma B belongs to L, A and B must be equals to B and A or B must be equals to B or A. Fourth one we can say that that is associativity. That is, we can say that A and B and C must be equals to A and B and C. Similarly, we can say that A or B or C must be equals to A or B or C. And last one is absorption. That is, we can say that A and A or B must be equals to A, and A or A and B must be equals to A. So for any lattice, you can assume any lattice, all these properties will be satisfied. or we can say that in any hash diagram, if these properties are satisfied, then we can say that that will be the lattice, isn't it? And if these are satisfied, then we can say that for every pair of elements, yeah, supremum and infimum will exist, isn't it? Okay guys, so that's all about, we can say that, lattices and partial ordering, isn't it? I hope this one is clear to everyone. Okay guys, so thank you so much.